today, I got so many people calling me at one freaking different time. Everybody want to call me on Instagram, Facebook. I didn't even know you could call people on Instagram. That's how y'all know I be out the loop, okay? I only use Instagram for my business and my professional page when I'm doing pageantry. So, yeah, other than that, I am not trying to get on no social media outlets whatsoever. I like the privacy of my life. And this is one of the reasons why I'm making a video. And so you guys see me a couple of days ago talking about laying low. It's about a week, maybe about a little bit over a week. And I was talking about the power of laying low. And, not having so many people in your business, And I know a lot of people are talking about Shaquilla Robinson and the things that went on with her. And it's very sad and very tragic because you can tell that she was very gentle and she was very loving. And she's one of those people that I know for sure I am like. Not all the way to the part where she's not a fighter because, I'm a fighter. If you hit me, I might wonder for a little bit, but after a while, I'm probably going to swing. But in that situation, I know that I would have did just the same thing as she did. Because, y'all, you never know when you get in that situation. But when you really care for somebody and you really love them and they betray you, it's like a dagger in the heart. It's like a dagger in the heart. And when you truly care for somebody and you truly didn't feel that they had any malice towards you, baby, you're not going to fight. You're not going to fight them. You're going to be so hurt and so broken and that you won't be able to move. Like, I understand that so much. I was telling when people was asking me, like, why didn't you leave your ex when he was doing all this stuff? And we know that you can fight. You know that you can do other stuff. Because when that all happened, I felt betrayed. I felt hurt. And you're in a moment of all this happening, and it's so surreal. It's so surreal. So, yeah, I froze, and I couldn't do nothing. When you really care about somebody, the last thing you want to do is hurt them, even when they hurt you. Even when they hurt you. Okay? So, please, people, stop. But anywho, I wanted to talk about haters of their own household. In the Bible, they talk about, because people always want to talk about the Bible, but they never talk about the other stuff that God tells you to watch out about. Enemies of thy own household. We never talk about that jealousy when jealousy first started. The first example we got of jealousy came from brothers, okay? Enemies of their own household with Cain and Abel. Cain and Abel, bruh. Cain straight up killed Abel because God accepted his offering more. God, God appreciated what Abel did because his stuff was genuine. It was from the heart. And instead of Cain, because God had already told him, what you mad for? He mad at God first. And God told him, what you mad for? If you would have gave me an acceptable offering, wouldn't you think I would have took it? You tried to give me something that was just brushed up. It was crumbs. You didn't give me the best you had. Abel gave me the first of what he had. You gave me the last. So what did you think I was supposed to do? And because of that got him upset even more to the point that he took the breath out of Abel. Okay? Took the breath out of him. Okay? And you know what? What happened after that? He tried to hide. And that's the same thing that what happened to this young lady who went through this tragic event, and she ended up losing her life. Trying to be nice to some people who didn't even care about her. She loved them to death. She took them out. They all went on these trips together. Always having fun. Opened up her life and herself to these people. And they didn't even care. They didn't even care about her. They hated her even more because she was successful. And God was blessing her hands. The work of her hands. And not only that, her spirit. Because if you see all them people who really like the doggone girl, and I know people like, well, you don't know, because people will start liking people when some tragedy come. That is true. But you can tell a difference if somebody just came just for show. and other reasons, you could tell that young lady, that young woman, not even that young woman, had a real true heart, a real true heart. And so, with this, I know a lot of people like, dang, that's kind of messed up, and they want to see justice. Yeah, justice should be served, and all that other good stuff. You know what, Bill? I'm not getting this. I'm probably gonna get in trouble, but that's okay. But I think the real problem is the real issue is helping some of these people who are still living. That was the biggest wake up call that I could ever have. When I've been telling y'all, God been telling me to move away from certain people and things like that. When I first started my business, there were people telling me, you shouldn't do it because it's going to be too much work and this and that and all kinds of stuff. And I felt like in my heart it was something that I wanted to do, and I wanted to try it. If I failed, then at least I failed trying. That's how I felt about it, and that's how I went about it. And so I did it. And it was tough at first. I'm not going to lie. The first couple of years was very, very tough. Okay, especially because I didn't go the traditional way, using a lot of marketing and things like that. I went door to door. But I can tell you I have some real strong customers to this day because of it. Some real valuable customers. And so, come on. And so, anywho, come on, we're going this way. And so I gotta go get me some gloves, y'all. My fingers are being frostbitten. I knew better than this. No, you cannot go in the Midwest without no doggone gloves. But anywho, yeah, they just said all kind of crazy stuff. And once it started succeeding, people were turning around and it was like, oh yeah, congratulations. And some people joined the bandwagon. But I also noticed that some of those people who was motivating me and encouraging me, once I started once my business started taking off, a lot of these wanted to drop off because they couldn't put me in the same category as they used to. Oh, well, she's trying. She's almost there. She's barely there. You know, now I'm not the person that almost got it. I'm getting it together. I got it together. And that scrubbed some people the wrong way. Not only that, when I started succeeding, when I started making more money than some of the people that I knew, some of my former friends who I thought at friends were at the time, who were making, good money and they had really, really good jobs. That's when I really started seeing people's true colors, when I was able to, pay the bill more. Most of my bills, the first couple of years, I literally had to eat, sleep, work, walk my dog, go home, try again, keep going. Like, I literally could not go anywhere because all of my money was going to what I was trying to do, And so, yeah, I had that. But as that started going on, people started distancing themselves from me. I had one person, when we went out and I wanted to pay the bill, because I just wanted to show my appreciation, because everyone else was, paying the bill when I was going out, and I was like, okay, I have terrific friends. I want to show my appreciation, because now I have that opportunity. When that started happening, we started, going around. Now everybody else could take turns paying the bill, but when it was my turn and I could actually do it, I was called trying to be better than them. I was being stuck up. They would hold little camps against me, groups or chats that we would usually be in to meet up. They would slowly exclude me out of it. I remember one time when they were trying to corner me. Now, this happened recently. I haven't had one that was a physical, like Ms. Robinson had. And I want to say it's in about 10 years, but I have had an instance that was just like that, y'all, no lie. But this last one, they were going to corner me, and they were inviting me to go to this group. Oh, we need to talk, and it was all over what I wore to a fashion show. We're all supposed to be wearing fashionable stuff, and because one of the designers liked the outfit that I had, which I had to make my top, y'all, because I'm a little top heavy, and I like to have nice stuff. Like, if any of you guys know, I wear a medium in pants, but I'm really top heavy because I have large boobs and I have like big shoulders. So yeah. And so, what is this? Okay, we're gonna walk because this person can't even keep their dog. We see already that's a problem. Come on, Lou. Come here. Y'all, give me a minute because I gotta pick up my dog. And so, Lou, we're not about that way. Yeah, so, and so, anywho, y'all, she's so fierce, y'all. Look at her. Luna, say hi. Say hi, little girlie. You got wagging your tail. She's wagging her tail. But anywho, yeah, to the point that they just thought I was trying to outshine them, which it wasn't the case. I was just doing me. You know, we had a fashion show. They had on red bottoms. They had on all kinds of stuff. I wasn't trying. I couldn't afford it now. If I could, I'd be doing the same thing. But I had to make what I had, and it just so happened that somebody liked it. But yeah, after that, it got to the point where these people didn't want to have anything to do with me. Not only that, they wanted to literally gang up on me and start yelling and arguing, which I don't take too kindly to that. So I've learned to just walk away. My dog be going everywhere, y'all. I learned to walk away. And so that's what I did. And so, as I did that, they still wanted to go on and start some more stuff. I kind of figured that anyway because I felt it in my spirit when I cut it off kind of quick. And what I did was I just removed myself. Like I said, I removed myself. But the next day, they wanted to meet up. The next day, after you done argue with me, after you done said all this stuff. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go over there because maybe I can rectify it. But something inside of my spirit told me to not go. Don't go. If they did all that, who's to say what they'll do later? And they were still angry. You know they're going to bring it back up. And even if they don't, you know they have that in their heart for you. Why put yourself through that mess? Why? And so that day, I did not go. Okay. Y'all, okay. Hold on, girl. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. She's got to go in. She's got to. Okay, y'all. Yeah, so I didn't go. And rightfully so. And after they noticed, because they thought I was just going to, like, be okay or just hurry up and run. Because usually I run when people say, oh, yeah, we need to meet or we need to discuss something. I'm always trying to clarify things. But that day I had enough. I had enough of feeling like you're less than. Girl, okay, we see you standing. Sit down. Sit. Mona. Sit. Good job. There you go. And so I let it go. Not only that, I didn't answer their phone calls. I didn't try to go in their text. Days later, excuse me, let me go into my other room. Days later, because I need to switch off. This. Switch off this. Okay. So days later, y'all. Days later, they were trying to, meet up, trying to call me, try to act like as if nothing happen. Still trying to get me to come out and hang out with them. You know what I said? No, thank you. No, thank you. I ain't say it in a mean way. I didn't say it in a boisterous way. I just real calmly, real nice. No, thank you. You know why? Because I don't have time for it. I don't have time for it. I learned that sometimes you have to be by yourself in order to have peace. There are people who hate you, not because of what you've done, and sometimes not even because of what you have, but because of what you are. The reason why that woman was attacked the way she was is because not because of just what she had. Yeah, they wanted what she had. But more importantly, y'all, they hated who she was. They hated her spirit. For somebody to come out and to take you out that way, they hate your spirit. They hate your guts. They hate your essence. Okay? That just don't come natural to say, I want to be somebody till they just can't breathe anymore. You know, you stop at a certain point, you know? You stop at a certain point. And so, you know, it's very unfortunate what happened, but it gave me so much clarification that I'm doing the right thing. You know, when during this season, God was telling me to isolate from people. Some people don't know the growth that you even been through. And some of these people, they knew her from when she was younger. They knew when she was from college. You know, at college, they probably was all at the same rate. They all was doing the same things. I remember when I was in college, and matter of fact, when I was in high school, when we left high school and we went off to college, and some of us like had dips and turns, and I was no different. I had dips and turns too. I did not go straight through college. I stopped for a little bit, went back, stopped for a little bit, came back, graduated, stopped, went back, stopped. It was just a lot of things. Had another career, started flying, you know, for almost a decade. Went on back. This stuff, it happened. But you know what? Over the time, I had people who couldn't accept. They could not accept that I wasn't the same Belle that they knew. I wasn't the same Belle that they knew. I wasn't the same person that they could say, oh, here comes, you know, loud Belle. Here comes boisterous Belle. Here comes Belle who doesn't have this or doesn't have that. You know, they couldn't say any of that. You know, because I was doing different things. I was having success. You know, so yeah, y'all, don't be slick. These people, and they guess what? They still hate it. They still hate it on me. You know, that brings a lot of anger to people because they asking themselves, why did it happen to them? Why did you get it and it's not happening for them? Y'all excuse that. Y'all know I'll be looking tired every time if I'm not going to dress up. I don't have no shame with it either. I have no shame with it. But yeah, I got that a lot. I got some people who tried to say I wasn't doing what I was doing. They made a lot of rumors about me. Made a lot of rumors. I had people who were friends at one point in time in my life, and you know, I found out that they really didn't like me. They only liked me because I was the tag-along person. I have a lot of people in my family who used to give me just the scraps, and not only the scraps. When I say the scraps, like the leftovers of everything, but I mean the scraps off of the table. I used to look at that like, okay, you know, well, Belle eat the scraps. Belle eat the rest of it. She's like a vacuum. She'll do this, and I used to do that because I like the food. You know, I'll eat the leftovers. But some of that stuff people do intentional. They do intentional to because they really feel that way. They feel like you're less than. You know? And so, with that, I say, be careful. Be careful. There are a lot of enemies of that own household. We got to remember the first form of jealousy. Matter of fact, the first form of jealousy on earth was Cain and Abel. The first form of jealousy was God and Lucifer. God and Lucifer, because Lucifer hated God so much he wanted to be like him. He liked him so much, like it was envy. It was envy. He wanted to be God. He wasn't satisfied that he was second in command. He wanted to be him. And that's the same thing with them people that woman was with. Most of them people, they know that deep down they wanted her success. They wanted what she had. I had a lot of people who I thought was my friend and who I was cool with in high school, middle school, elementary school, y'all, college. Who at one point I thought was doing better than me, or they had more than me, and they still was envious and they were still jealous of what I had. And don't get slick. I'm telling y'all, there are people out here, like I said before, who have more than you and still hate your guts because they see that you have joy and you have peace no matter what's going on. Whatever come your way, you able to overcome stuff. People will see that, and they see that anointing over your life, and they start to hate you for it. They begin to hate you for it. So, in conclusion, be careful. Be careful. Be careful. And get these people away from you. God will supply you. When you get all that negative stuff and all them people who knocking you down and all of that stuff, when you get them squared away from you, baby, you will light up the whole room. You could tell that young woman lit up a whole room when she came in. You could tell. People wanted to be around her. She was attractive. She had a nice shape. She had a kind heart. You know she lit up the room. When she came in, she was a showstopper. She lit up the room. And people, you'll be surprised, man. You'll be surprised. People see that. People see that. People would rather for you to be beautiful, drop dead gorgeous, and be evil dead inside than for you to be not attractive on the outside and be, a pure heart on the inside. So for her being attractive inside and out, and listen, y'all think that's why people are like, oh yeah, well, beauty is, it comes with all perks. No, it don't. No, it don't. It don't. It don't. Especially if you know how to hold it. I'm telling you, it don't. There's a reason why I dress sometimes the way I dress. There's a reason why. There's a reason why. I noticed that clear off. Especially when I was struggling. There was people who would help, but they would not help because I was polished. Because I was really struggling, but I just tried to take care of myself the best way I could. I made sure that my clothes were crisp. If I had an iron, I made sure I ironed my hair. My hair never looked like this. I always flat ironed my hair. I always kept my hair together. Kept my nails together. Even when I had to do them myself. Because, I was taught that's a representation of myself. But some people can't handle that. They think that you're trying to be a game. Or not only that, they get jealous. Because why should I help you even though you're struggling? You look better than me. Or you look. So, yeah. But understand there are people who are evil. There are people who are evil. And you have to be careful of that. Especially people who are next to you. You'll be surprised to see who really don't mess with you. Who really don't have, if they could get away with it, what they would do to you. Okay? I've seen that firsthand, especially when I didn't have enough to support myself. You'll be surprised. Or I didn't have anything to give to them. Okay? So, with that, I'm going to get off of here, y'all. Hopefully something I said or done will help you on your journey. Please stay tuned to Journey to Jerusalem. And have a good day. Bye.